Meow 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 meow. I really should start doing vocal warm-ups before these streams, I've realized. I used to at the very, very beginning. Like, Fata Mortar times. But I don't anymore. I just forget. But hi. Welcome back to, I literally almost said the house in Fata Morgana. God help me. Welcome back to Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations HD Collection. AAI 1. Investigations 1. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever. Last time, we did some more dumb problem solving. And we have learned that Quercus Alba is the perpetrator in the Damask II murder and the head of the smuggling ring. But because he has extraterritorial rights, he can't be tried in an American court of law. It has to be in Alabast, where he will have so much power that he won't get in any trouble. He'll get maybe a slap on the wrist. So that's kind of where we left off. I don't know how long the stream will be, but it won't be as long as yesterday, just because I have to go into the office tomorrow, and like I have work, you know. But tomorrow night, I'll be streaming. I'll do GeoGuessr, which will be fun, and that one will probably be a little longer. But yeah, I did want to kind of like share. I was so negative yesterday about this game. I don't hate this game. I do really like this game. I think every Ace Attorney game is good. I really do. But this game pisses me off because of this section of this case. And so, I'm sorry for being so negative, but I have a very specific reasoning behind why I like sincerely and truly believe that this ending of a case is the worst ending of any of the AA games that I've played, at least because I haven't played Professor Layton. So it's the worst of any of them, in my opinion. But I'll wait till we get further in to talk about why. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. It is 2:11 a.m. on day 3 of no sleep for Edgeworth. Rough. I can't believe it, sir. Extraterritoriality. Yes. And there was nothing we could really do about that. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice. I can't believe that even though we know he's the boss, we can't lay a finger on him. I know. He's like, I skipped the hospital for this? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sorry to skip out on you, but I've got some business to take care of. I hope it's getting your stitches. If we can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist, then what the hell were laws created for? No swearing, Kay. What the heck were laws created for? What good are they? If the law can't help us, then I'll go as the Yatagarasu and take care of this myself. Don't you dare. Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, that was a bit too harsh. I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theater. This is kind of their country, I guess. But I feel like I've been slapped across the face for just doing my job, truly. What am I going to do? Should I retreat for now and formulate a better plan of attack? No.
Hold it! Come on, everyone, we can't give up yet!
Okay.
I want you to think about something for a sec. Use your brain. We've never let up even for a second, and as long as we don't stop investigating, we might find the rotten treasure hidden here. She's right. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth.
You're right, Kay. Very well. Let us reopen the investigation and see what we find. Come on, Kay.
Right behind you.
Okay, then I'll go check out Babal a bit more, sir.
Fran, how are you feeling? And I have something that I need to investigate further on Alabast. Okay, love you. Be safe.
Now then. Before I gather any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping.
Thank you, passion flowers. All right.
Ambassador Alba seemed agitated over something.
Well, because we know what he did. I wonder why.
There are two special circumstances that surround the ambassador. First, the embassy itself has extraterritorial rights. If something happens on Alabastian soil, we are unable to legally prosecute him.
Cool. It sounds like embassies are the perfect place to steal whatever you want. Hi, Nim.
This is such a funny line. And murder Damask II, run a smuggling operation and make counterfeit bills, apparently.
But I thought all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Cochin and Babal.
Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupon printing press to do it. But it's the same story over there anyway. Babal also has extraterritorial rights. Which brings me to my next point. The ambassador's extraterritorial rights.
Get ready to hear them say this 8 gazillion times. Take a sip of water, in fact, every time they do.
Those rights are effective even in our own country.
Really?
No matter what happens, he can never be tried in our courts. He retains some very special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we can't bring him to trial here.
So I guess we really don't stand a chance, do we?
We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify either one of his special rights.
Alright. What evidence do I have currently? Bill's body. Oops. Pizza Hut. Are the steaks also gone? No, they're still here.
This is so... It's a counterfeit plate used to make counterfeit Jungfa bills. It's incredibly detailed, and even includes a phoenix taking off into the sky. With plates as finely crafted as these, it's no wonder the fakes are so hard to spot.
I don't know, don't you guys have the pen? Do you know what I'm talking about? The little pen that, like, it like, when you mark a bill, it'll do a different color. Because it'll normally be, like, yellow, but then it's, like, a different color if it's a counterfeit. Y'all remember those? Do they still use that?
You can see the Babalese embassy, which is undergoing major innovations. From room expansions to garden upkeep, it looks like a lot of construction is going on.
Mr. Palladino said that all this work is really hard on him. He said that since Mr. Cochin passed away, that maybe I could work part-time for him.
She got really chummy with that ambassador.
What can I say? I just have a good nose for money.
That's funny.
I've just blocked out the entirety of this part of the case, I guess, because I don't remember any of the details at all. Yeah, honestly, I'll get into it. Don't worry.
These flowers were sent by Global Studios.
Global Studios?
That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They have been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio is being remodeled.
Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. That mascot of theirs is also getting a facelift too, right? What's its name?
You mean Mrs. Monkey?
Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory. It's Mr. Monkey. Oh my god. Okay, I think that's a dialogue that we've already seen. Flowers were sent by a variety of people and businesses to celebrate the goodwill event. Even the Steel Samurai. Okay. I feel like... What do you mean? This event was supposed to be like a wedding between Alabast and Babal, right? Okay, I don't remember this. Actually, I believe they're more in a state of divorce. Okay then. This event was supposed to be their remarriage ceremony. I suppose you could call it that. That's really funny. It's a backdrop they used in the Steel Samurai stage show today. I loved the climax of that show. Steel Samurai Sushi Slash! That was the first time I'd seen that special move. But, well, the Jammin' Ninja stage show climax was much better, of course. Oh, is that a fact? That scene where he sang for Princess Misola and gave her those hair sticks? I could totally feel the love there in my heart. Perhaps the Jammin' Ninja is just more popular with female audiences? He said Steel Samurai's for the boys. That's really funny. Okay, let's look at the obvious. This was taken just before the two ambassadors gave their bouquets to the Steel Samurai. Oh! Oh my, what do we have here? I was like, oh, that looks like a poppy. Oh, and then I go, oh! Never mess with a bitch obsessed with hana kotoba. Wait, is it just my imagination? Or is there something in this picture that I've seen before? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Meow, 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 meow. Mr. Palladino has a really great smile, don't you think? I bet he was really happy that they were going to become Kodopia again. Perhaps, but instead he became the greatest victim in today's case. An ambassador like him who is always thinking of his country is really to be admired. Yeah. Although this happened, I hope they'll be able to reunite the country someday. I hope so as well. But for that to happen, we need to solve this case first. We need to see to it that those who would harm the new Kodopia are locked away. And we will! I just noticed too, my K voice and my Edgeworth voice come from the same places as my Giselle voice and my Michelle voice respectively. And I just want to say, I do not think of these two as a ship. I think of them as father and daughter. It's simply where the cards fell, whatever. Whatever the expression is, where the dice fell, I think that's it. I don't fucking know. There's that troublemaker, standing there smack in the center making two peace signs. Wow, the Steel Samurai stands out even more than the two ambassadors in this picture. Oh hey, the person playing the Steel Samurai is one of your friends, right? No, I have no idea who he is. Wait, but you just said he! You knew which gender he was, so you must know him, right? I beg that you please refrain from talking about that person with me ever again. How does he have Larry marked in here, if at all? Yeah. Sadly, he is a... Sadly, he is a friend from grade school. Funny. I can't believe he was pretending to be a harmless old grandpa. Talk about deceptive. I don't suppose anyone expected him to change that drastically. I bet he's thinking of something evil behind that cheery smile. Kay, please try to remain calm and focused on the here and now. Yeah, you're right. Sorry I got all worked up there. Well, the only way we're going to be able to steal the truth is if we keep on investigating. Okay. Is there anything? Oh, there is something. It seems that lilies are at the center of this bouquet, with an accent of chamomile. Wow. I can totally smell the wonderful fragrance. Kay, this is just a picture. Ah, look, I know that. But it's nice to imagine things once in a while, you know? Where's your sense of empathy? If you can smell the fragrance of flowers from a photo, that's more like a hallucination. You don't have to be mean about it. Let's just drop this before it's in full bloom. Boo! Yeah, sadly is really funny. Alright. It appears to be a bouquet of Persian cyclamens and roses. I went to the mall today, I was like, I want to get myself a nice outfit for my birthday and also like I can wear to Japan. And I wanted to get more body spray because I'm one of those people that like, I don't like strong smells, but I can't stand when it smells like nothing. My apartment needs to smell like something at all times, but it needs to be subtle. And I went to Bath & Body Works and they have this like rose based one. It's a little stronger than I was hoping for, or than I realized, I guess, in the store, but I got it. And I will say though, anything with a rose base, I love. But I know bitches be like, roses for grandmas. No, it's not. Shut up. Rose is a great flavor and scent. Wake up and smell them. Wow, you even know the exact species? I never would have figured you for an expert on flowers.
It's all because of those flowers that old lady sends me every month.
Hi, Emmy. Otsukaresama.
Just look at me. I sound like some sort of botanist.
So, what exactly is this yellow flower here?
That one, I'm not sure.
What? You don't know?
As far as I can recall, I've never seen a flower like this before. But I feel as though I've seen this shape somewhere before.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Well, yes it is. Urethra.
Babal's national symbol is the butterfly, and Alabast's is the flower. It would appear that someone is employing the old hide a tree in a forest trick.
What are you mumbling to yourself about? Wait, what? The handle on this knife! Ah!
Yes, it's the handle that was supposed to be on the blade that killed Mr. Cochin. The weapon that killed him was carried through the Theatrum Neutralis, in the very bouquet Ambassador Alba was carrying. The flower motif. It looks like one of the flower petals is missing.
Ooh, and take a look at the weapon itself. It's missing the exact same petal.
Then the knife in this photo is most definitely the same as the murder weapon.
All right. Nothing else? Hi. Hello, and welcome to the Embassy of Babal.
I'm sorry, but I don't really need to enter your country at this time.
Right now, for a limited time here at the Babalese Embassy, we're offering the very special Experience the Terrifying Fire's Ashes tour. I don't think that's safe. So how about it? Shall I sign you up?
We're fine, thanks. We have an investigation to run.
On the orders of Ambassador Alba, no one is allowed into Alabast.
But I thought a lady with a whip passed through here not too long ago.
She is from Interpol and had the proper paperwork. So while I was reluctant, I had to let her in.
Sounds like Francisca, all right.
Besides, if I didn't, that whip of hers...
Yep, definitely Francisca.
Okay, what do I have for logic? Interesting that... Okay, hold on. Does this have anything? Okay. Also, do you have anything to say? Yeah? Yap with me. We've come too far to give up. We must expose Ambassador Alba's misdeeds, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, of course.
And we've got to find a way to steal the truth and get it out there. For my father's sake.
Yes, and we will. The reason for Ambassador Alba's nervousness must still be here somewhere. Furthermore, I need to pin down exactly what happened in here. Also, I'll start by thoroughly examining this room for any information I can find.
Mr. Edgeworth, if you don't pay attention, Ambassador Alba's gonna get away.
Yes, I know.
Now hurry up and do that swing thing you always do.
I have no idea what you were talking about.
What? You don't? Oh, come on, you know what I'm talking about. That thing you do.
Are you talking about logic?
Yes, that's it. So hurry up and let's swing. Already all over.
All right. To be honest, it's been a bit hard to connect everything up until now just by looking. However, I should be able to piece things together if I take another look at my leads. Perhaps now is the time to use logic and reason my way to the truth. Okay, before I logic, I do want to see if it will let me... If it will let me lock in what this is. No, it won't. Because God hates me. Boop, 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 boop. Oh wait, okay, I don't have as much health. So my complaint with this case also, besides it just being too long, is that Alba is so nothing.
We know that the counterfeit bills were printed using the embassy's press. But the necessary materials, such as the Babley's ink and paper, must have been hidden in a secure location. But what do you think would have happened if the renovation had begun?
Well, he probably would have had to find a better hiding place, or get rid of it all.
Right, so we can assume that the renovation was the cause of the plate and bills disposal. And the reason Mr. Cochin was killed as the ringleader of the smuggling operation. Based on what we know, who do you think was the one with the most to gain?
I forgot his first name is fucking Colias. It had to have been Alba.
It's the one person who has been erasing all evidence of the smuggling operation. From both embassies, the co-conspirator who is mopping up Ambassador Alba. Ambassador Alba had a very strong motive to kill Manny Cochin.
And remember, Callisto told us this. She said, I didn't do it.
The cause of Ambassador
Alba is already hard to say on its own. Ambassador Alba's agitation? That assonance? Nah, knock it off.
The cause of Ambassador Alba's agitation, the rotten treasure we may find, and the motive for killing Mr. Cochin. Ms. Yu said it herself that she didn't kill anyone tonight. If we were to take her words at face value, then the reason for the ambassador's nervousness can only be one thing. He didn't want us to discover the real circumstances under which Mr. Cochin was killed.
Then you mean Ambassador Alba is the real killer? But I thought the two of them were friends?
Maybe they were. But what if Mr. Cochin was the one who first betrayed their friendship?
Oh, I get it. Wasn't Mr. Cochin pushing really hard for Mr. Palladino to be the ambassador after the reunification? Yeah, he would have been butthurt.
Yes, and that was the real reason why he wanted to steal Alabast's Prima Duck statue.
So Mr. Cochin hired Damask II to go steal it for him. But when Ambassador Alba found out what he was up to, he killed Mr. Cochin?
It is definitely a possibility at this point.
Those two were really thinking of no one but themselves. But the question now is, how did he do it? Ambassador Alba was in Alabast. But Mr. Cochin's body was discovered in Babal, right?
Right, and that is what we must solve next. I believe we now understand why Ambassador Alba was so nervous and agitated. It must have something to do with where Mr. Cochin was killed. A place where the Alabastian ambassador was likely to meet the Babley's Mr. Cochin. The place where Ambassador Alba happened to have committed the murder is...
probably here, right?
Take that!
The only place that makes sense is here, at the Theatrum Neutralis.
What? Here?
The Goodwill event was being held here today, correct? So the only place that both of them would have been in is here.
But if that's the case, then everything changes. This theater isn't actually Alabastian land. So that wipes out one of the extraterritorial rights he has.
It makes logical sense, in which case it is a reason for us to investigate further.
So what should we check out?
Let's see. I believe we should check the immigration records for both Alabast and Babal post-haste. Babal's records should be easy to obtain, however the problem will be Alabast. I wonder if they would allow us to see their records despite the order to vacate.
Objection!
Hey girl, you ahead of us?
I'm already one step ahead of you, Miles Edgeworth. As expected, Sasuga. Francisca.
I have here the security footage from both Alabast and Babal. You would do well to take a look at its contents.
Thank you, Queen.
You move fast.
Avant Karma strives to be perfect in every way. It's not in my nature to keep on retreating like this. I took the liberty of looking over the Babal investigation reports as well. From now on, you will make no excuse to back down or say that we can't solve this case.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We won't be beaten. Because my cute little subordinate is going to try his very best, isn't he?
Has she patronized me, and hasn't she patronized me enough already for a lifetime?
And she'll never get tired of it. Lesbians deserve to be mean to you.
So this video contains footage from Alabast's immigration screening area?
I really hope there's something in here that we can use. I was so mad. I went... Okay, that's a minute later. Okay, fascinating. I mean, we should do all of it. But I was commenting on Kay's outfit for a second. I went to the mall and I had two things that I wanted to get. One was the outfit for birthday, and then that was more to like challenge myself. And then the other thing was I have like no pajamas anymore. I have like one pair of pajama shorts and that's it. Everything else is like worn down. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a couple of pajama shorts. So I went into one of the stores and they had so many cute like girlish skirts. None of them had pockets. Not a single one. And I was like, oh my god. I still might go back and get a couple just because they were so cute. And like that's like, I don't dress particularly femme, but I am a sucker for like punk style plaid skirts, like those like pleat skirts, or like what I got today where it has the overalls and like corseted waist with like a skirt. I love that shit so much. So I might go back when there's a better sale. They were so cute. And seeing Kay's outfit reminded me. Okay. Nothing was really happening in this one, but I kind of want to look anyway. Ooh, I don't remember all these posters. I wonder what they're of.
I do remember a bunch of these hanging in that hallway.
I believe they were all related to tourism and sightseeing.
In Alabast? Impossible. If it were Babal, I could believe that. However...
No. There were posters promoting tourist traps in this country. And I believe they were mostly of Gatewaterland.
I see. So they were targeted at the embassy staff. That's so fucked up. Oh my god. It's the door leading into the Theatrum Neutralis.
I tried so hard to get through this door, you know, but I just couldn't get in. It felt so great when I was finally allowed to go through there. You know what I really wanted to do, though? I wanted to try sneaking my way in.
At least nothing seems out of the ordinary with the door. Kay's mind, however.
Hi.
This man is the immigration officer who was on duty.
He's making a really scary face, even though there's no one around to see it, just like me for real.
I wonder if he's just the grumpy sort. Although that wouldn't do much for tourism.
Hey! He smiled a little just now.
I wonder if he recalled something funny.
Well, even if he did, he still has that hard glare in his eyes.
It appeared that he was born with stern-looking eyes.
Rather fitting for someone in the security business, I'd say.
Okay, nothing else? Oh, the time.
5:21 p.m.
That's just after the end of the Steel Samurai stage show.
Correct.
We were still inside the theater itself at around this time. All because Mr. Edgeworth wouldn't get out of his seat.
I wanted to show the actors my appreciation for a bit and soak in the atmosphere.
Yeah, with your eyes closed and a complete lack of motion except for some breathing. Old man. Old man. Old. No, when I was little and we used to go to like my brother's band concert, like the concert band and like the all that, I would fall asleep sometimes in the chairs. It was so cozy. the door leaning in. The more the guy tried to keep me out, the more I wanted to get in. It's human nature. But I guess I can't complain too much. I did get let inside in the end. At least nothing sees out of the door. She's so funny. Those are posters of this country's tourist spots. Though most of Gatewaterland. I wonder if Alabastians in general like theme parks at all. The guard who stopped you has apparently been to Gatewaterland a number of times, apparently. I guess they don't have theme parks in Alabast, huh? This man is the immigration officer who is on duty. He's making the exact same scary face that he was making a minute ago. Wait, is it just me or is he blushing? Is he reading Yaoi? It appears that he gets flustered around the ambassador. Old man Yaoi? Fudanshi. I guess the ambassador is well respected inside Alabast, too. You could say that. The guard doesn't appear to be capable of looking at the ambassador. 5:22 p.m. At around this time, the Steel Samurai stage show had come to an end, and Ambassador Alba was making his way back to his office. And then later he shook hands with the Steel Samurai in his office. And then he was going to give a speech in the Rose Garden. Being an ambassador sounds like a busy, busy job. It's like someone is always stealing your time away. Yes, I'd imagine it's something like that. But despite how busy he was, he still managed to find the time to kill Mr. Cochin and move his body somehow from the Theatrum Neutralis. Alright, what are you doing? I can't believe how completely fooled I was by the way he carried himself. He had me fooled too. According to the files I had sent for earlier, Ambassador Alba was a Cordopian hero. He saved the royal family from danger countless times. So what bothers me is why a man like that would create a smuggling ring. Even with all the authority I have, I still haven't been able to figure out why. It sounds like the ambassador was a hero who was corrupted by evil. But no matter what happened in the past, we can't let the man he is now escape justice. Alright. This is the one that I'm real curious about. Larry. Because Larry has his bent spear and his sword here. It's the door connected to the hall by the theater. Order. Indeed. Okay. Anything new for this? There certainly is a variety of posters in this one. Trying to see. They just look festive. I also trimmed my hair today. It'll probably be the last time I trim it before, like, right before going to Japan. I'm like... And then they gave me such a hard time. That's really funny. There are certain risks involved when you give some people preferential treatment. 5:23 p.m. This is just after the end of the Steel Samurai stage show. And after I had been given that autograph. You totally had stars in your eyes at that time, Mr. Edgeworth. I most certainly did not. You had stars in your eyes because of an autograph you received from that man? Miles Edgeworth. You've just lost any respect I had left for you. I believe it's time to change the subject. Alright, well... Oh, it won't let me do the spear, but that is definitely broken. On the outside, he may look like the Steel Samurai, but on the inside, it's just Larry. He's just Larry. Other than the fact that it's that good for nothing, nothing else seems out of the ordinary. Wait, you know as well as I that anything can happen if he's involved. You're not suggesting that someone else could be under that mask, are you? No, I don't think that. Just before he entered here, he gave me an autograph, so I'm certain it's Larry under there. I mean, the fact that he has his sword and the spear is very interesting. Baby. Doesn't something about this lump's shape strike you as odd? Huh? Isn't it supposed to be this shape? No, there was clearly something odd about the bulge. Classic. This is a classic Edgeworth line. No, there is clearly something odd about the bulge. When I was
I was on Twitter the other day and somebody, because I now interact with like a very small amount of Sylvix, I do get like suggested tweets that are Fire Emblem Three Houses, and somebody was showing off their post time skip Dimitri figure that had a bulge, and I was like, no, there is clearly something odd about the bulge. If only we had the pushcart itself, we could compare and confirm my hunch. The bulge is unnatural. It does look kind of like a butt cheek up in the air, you know what I mean? Next, let us check the footage from Babal's security camera. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. And he did have a bulge on that figure. I was like, why? They didn't need to put that there. I hope it shows us something good. Okay, so 525. Phooey. There wasn't a single sign of a suspicious person or anything. That right there is the contradiction. Yeah, there should be someone here. Huh? Did I miss something? You didn't miss anything. Because there was nothing to miss. However, what is missing is the image of Mr. Cochin entering his own country. But wasn't his body found in Babal? It would appear that the true face of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself. Heal me, please. Mwah. Thank you. March. What? Okay, so here's my thing. Is it the one where he's in the armor? I don't know if you would consider it armor. He's got the cloak. It's like his outfit that you always see him in the post-time skip. Where he's got the, like, cloak. If he had armor, I didn't pay attention to it. It was subtle. But he did have a cup guard. Admittedly. Because in looking at the bulge, that was something you would see. Okay. So while we listen to this really cool theme, which is way cooler than Alba himself, I do want to talk about my beef with this. There's armor. They made his codpiece pretty suggestive in that one. Okay, interesting. So in all other Ace Attorney games, your final villain of the game, except Professor Layton, I can't speak on that one, I don't know. And don't tell me. Everyone who is the final culprit falls into one of two categories. Number one, you have known them the entire game and have been waiting to rip them down, or they, like, not necessarily rip them down, but you have been waiting to figure out what their deal is. You're like, hey, this person? Like, AA3? AA4? Those are two very different characters that are the final villain, if you will. Your final boss, in a sense. They're very different from each other, but they both share in common that you know them from pretty much the beginning of the game. So then the other category is they're new to this case, that final case, but they are so fucking despicable and memorable that you're like, God, I need you to go away. And there's still an air of mystery around them, even when you get them convicted. So, great example, AA2. An incredible antagonist. Only in that case. Shows up 0 other times in the series. But unforgettable. Absolutely unforgettable. Even Great Ace Attorney 1, the antagonist in that final case, has so much
aura and mystery around him that it makes that final case feel really exciting. Because he's part of a bigger mystery. And eventually you do figure out that mystery. A1, both Turnabout Goodbyes and Rise from the Ashes have someone that is so despicable that you're like, this guy's so wretched. I need to take him down. Even AA6, who I think is the next weakest of the antagonists of the game, and you've known like throughout the game essentially, is still way more interesting than this guy. We met him this case, and I do not give a flying fuck about him. He has no mystery surrounding him. No mystery girl charm whatsoever. He's just an asshole. You know who had mystery? Callisto U. My biggest take is that if they were going to insist on putting Alba in this game and making him a culprit, we should have figured out his deal before we figured out who the Yatagarasu was, because the Yatagarasu has been the through line of this game. Whereas this man has just shown up and decided to be annoying and will continue to be annoying for the next few hours. Hi, Nox. Yu-Gi-Oh! Seto Kaiba. One of my... Actually, you know what? My friend may still have this. Had a giant life-size cutout of Seto Kaiba at their apartment. And I remember going pre-gaming before going to a club, or a bar rather, a gay bar, at her apartment and taking a drunk selfie with Seto Kaiba. Agree 100%? Yay, I'm glad. But I mean, yeah, that's this game's biggest flaw. And it kind of ruins it, because the Yatagarasu mystery is awesome. I'm obsessed with the idea. Like, there's a part of me that's like, I haven't read any Yatagarasu fanfics because I don't want them to be bad, because I love the idea of those three working together. That's tasty. Callisto secretly not even being a good person the whole time. The love aspect of that weird Faraday and Bad have something going on. Single dad? Faraday also? What? Like, yeah. So, that's my take. Anyway, it is the way that it is. But if I could fix it, that's what I would do. Because then, the case being long, well, there's things you could shorten about this case as well. But then, the case being long, the denouement would feel a lot more worth it. Because the Yatagarasu mystery is so exciting and more emotional. And then it would tie into the second game better, IMO, because the smuggling ring has not been our problem. The smuggling ring has been Francisca and Long's problem. And whose game is this? Is their name? I love them both. Are their names in the title? No, I'm looking at the one you just gave me. I'm not sure, because I think it is, but I'll be honest, the angle from which the pictures were taken was not this. It was from below. So it very well may have been. Oh, gee. All right. Ambassador Alba. I thought I'd ask you and your group to vacate the premises, Miles Edgeworth. Actually, I thought I should let you know that this theater sits on my country's soil. You've had your fun and I've enjoyed our little game. I dare say that you've even achieved a new high score. However, once you've recorded a score, that same game can never be replayed again. I do love his theme, though. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Your game is done, and it's game over. No. Objection! Where do you think you're going at this time of night? After admitting to my crimes, I was overcome with regret. So I am heading to the airport now to return home. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. There are still too many issues we need to discuss with you. You can't stop me, Mr. Edgeworth, and you know it. Hold it. Hold it! Hey, Pookie! Please, may I have a little bit of your time, Ambassador Alba? Ambassador Paleno. Even just a teeny tiny bit is fine with me. The already strained relationship between our countries is in a precarious situation, you know. Is it wrong to think Edgeworth gives Draco Malfoy energy? If Draco Malfoy were a better written character, I would agree. As someone who, when I read those books, really liked Draco, Edgeworth is just so much better written of a character. But I can see a little bit. Very well. If you insist, I will play just one more round with them and see what they want. Not that they'll get any farther. Ambassador Paleno. Mr. Edgeworth, all I wish is for the normalization of relationships between our two countries. But there is one person standing in the way of that dream. Also, I can't tell you what's wrong to... It's fiction. Also that. Also, I'm not an authority. I'm just neurodivergent. Okay. But there is one person standing in the way of that dream. I believe in you. You'll do what's right. Dude, I love Pookie. Thank you for your vote of confidence. How old is he? He's in his 40s? Right, he looks like... No, he's 37. Oh my god. 30代. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. 30代. Sticky. Who else is in their 30s? Wow, he looks 10 years younger than Kochin. Face card never declining. Thank you for your vote of confidence. Now then, what was it you wanted to ask me about? I do have a flight to catch, after all. You have a private jet, don't worry. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to limit you to just one question. That's more than enough, because I have only one question anyway. Sorry, I haven't saved in a while, I realized. I want to hear your alibi about how you couldn't have killed Mr. Manny Cochin. Oh, I see. You seem to have a good hand this time around. This should be fun. This really is the very last chance we have to bring him down. I won't allow even an atom-sized contradiction to slip by. Frankly, I still don't understand why I'm being placed under suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Cochin and I were fellow smugglers. But to get to the point, I was in Alabas the whole time. So it's simply not possible for me to have killed him in Babal. That is my alibi. Well, so that is your alibi? That is correct. It's simply not possible for me to have committed a crime in Babal. Now that we've cleared that up, I'd appreciate it if you would move out of my way. Hold it! I said hold it! What is it this time? I thought I told you I'd only allow one question. You did. But you still have yet to really answer my one question. What? Until you tell us the truth, I will refuse to budge an inch from where I'm standing. I'll tear this place down piece by piece, molecule by molecule, atom by atom, and then everything blows up. No, you can't split the atoms, Miles Edgeworth. Very well. I'll play with you just a little longer. Miles Edgeworth, as my subordinate and representative of this country's prosecutors, you are forbidden to lose. Of course. I don't know what voice that was. Of course. That is something I've understood from the start. That guy's the one who ordered my father killed, isn't he? Yes, I believe so. The goal of the first Yatagarasu was the capture of the smuggling ring's leader. My father and Uncle Bad. Their legacy will live on through me. So that's why we've just got to catch him, okay? We will. I promise.
Now, Ambassador Alba, let's have at the truth now, shall we?
No matter how many times you ask, my answer remains the same.
Hold it!
Because you're annoying. How about that?
Being the leader of a smuggling ring while taking on the duties of ambassadorship. Don't you think that the combination is more than enough reason for suspicion? Then there is the matter of the crossbow arrows and the Primadux statues.
Objection!
All of that is nothing more than your flights of fancy.
What do you mean by that?
Actually, I just want to see something really fast. Oh, never mind. You know what? I'll wait.
Hold it!
It's not a hypothesis. Earlier we proved it to be what happened.
Okay. I wanted to look at... Can I... Oh, okay, this is what I can look at. I didn't know if I could, like... If I could, rotate. Well, let's leave that to one side for now. Because it doesn't change the fact that I have no motive.
Oh, so you really had no reason to kill Mr. Cochin?
If you want to suppose I had one, then why not? I'll indulge you. After all, this is nothing more than a silly game to me.
Even if that's how you see things, I'd appreciate it if you would take me seriously.
I'm sorry. I suppose you are in a bit of a pickle. Very well. A game is no fun if the playing field isn't level. Therefore, I formally claim that I have no motive to kill. Now, let's see you disprove it.
How can he stand there looking proud when he knows he killed another human being? Well, I'm not going to stand by and just watch him get away with his crimes.
Your Honor, he's fucking ballin'. Which one? I feel like neither, if I'm honest.
Are you serious that just because you were partners, that you had no motive to kill?
If anything, that gives you more of a motive. When a married couple, when someone dies in that, the first person that they fucking suspect is the partner. I'm only following your hypothetical scenario to its logical conclusion. Looks like he's not going to admit it himself that he was in league with Mr. Cochin.
I suppose not. But I do know his relation to the smuggling ring, and to Mr. Cochin.
You mean he's the ringleader and that Mr. Cochin was a subordinate, right?
Correct. But I know more than just that. Ms. Von Karma, I'm sure you remember the safe in Mr. Cochin's office, correct?
Yes. The safe had 2 compartments to it, didn't it?
Yes, and why do you think those stolen goods were being stored in Mr. Cochin's office? Could it be because he was trying to cheat Ambassador Alba behind his back?
So Mr. Cochin didn't turn the goods over, but decided instead to keep them for himself? I suppose that's possible.
It seems to me that both men were only concerned with their own wealth and well-being.
Then that means that maybe they didn't have a trusting relationship after all.
What Ambassador Alba had to gain. I believe that that is his motive for killing Mr. Cochin.
What are you people whispering about amongst yourselves over there? I like to imagine they're talking at normal volume, but he has bad hearing, and so he thinks they're whispering.
Oh, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Now then, let's continue with your testimony. And what exactly did you do while you were in Alabast?
I had a meeting with the Steel Samurai, and then I arranged a few files. Around that time, the thief who was sneaking in took me by surprise.
Are you saying that it was Damask II, that made the first move?
They're coming for you. Yes, and it was after I was attacked that I hit him on the head with the Primadux statue. Unfortunately, he died from the blow. It was an act of justified self-defense.
Calling it that doesn't cover up what you really did.
Cover up? No, my boy, I'm not covering up anything. I'm telling the truth. And I'm adjusting my sitting position. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
You weren't planning to admit it, which is why you tried to frame the Steel Samurai. If you weren't an ambassador, I'd be letting my whip fly loose on you right now. I'm terribly sorry that I didn't clean up the bocce better, but I'm a busy man. I had a speech to give in the Rose Garden after that, you know.
Objection!
Yet despite that, you still had time to kill Mr. Cochin, didn't you?
Objection!
Man is evil, and I'm sure you are familiar with the facts, but Mr. Cochin was killed in Babal, while I was all the way in Alabast. Was he killed in Babal? I don't think we can prove either way yet, but...
Hold it!
You insist that it's not possible for you to have killed Mr. Cochin in Babal. And you are correct.
Oh, I thought you would put up a bit more of a fight, but if you must concede to me...
The only thing I'm conceding is that it's not possible for you to kill him in Babal. I am not conceding that your alibi is the truth.
Oh, I see. However, no matter how you try, know that you can't crush my You ain't got no alibi, you ugly.
Sorry, it's the rhyme that really got me. You would be wise to not underestimate a prosecutor of this country.
Huh. We'll see about that.
So Mr. Cochin was a friend of Ambassador Alba. If that's true, then why did the ambassador kill him? It's not like in the case of my father, where he ordered someone to do it.
The problem we have here is that we don't know what their exact relationship was.
Indeed. If they had complete trust in each other, then there was no motive for murder. However, both men were very selfish. And I believe that is from where his motive arose.
I'm not gonna lie, Alba's beard pisses me off. Actually, same.
I do not like that design.
I don't understand the point of his design.
I like the design, but I don't understand the point of it. How is it thematically relevant? Okay. What motive would I have had to kill my co-conspirator? I think is probably the statement. Because I don't know that we can particularly prove yet that, Cochin was killed elsewhere. I guess we could. But the thing is... I feel like there's a few things that could be here. I feel like it could be this. I feel like it could be the papers. Or it's the other statement and it's the security footage. So let's try.
Objection!
Okay, that's fine. Alba just kind of feels like a pointless character to me. Which sucks. Oh, wrong. Nope, incorrect. Meow, 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 meow. Oh. Okay. Froze my game on accident.
Objection!
Okay. Alright, then I think it might be the last one. Don't mind me. In my 30s and I still get L and R mixed up. I hope they study my brain for science. There's something so very wrong with it. Oh.
Objection!
Okay. Wait, did I think I clicked the wrong statement. That's funny. Well, okay, keep going. Are you prone to pointing out non-existent contradictions? How frightening it is to think that it might be true. Okay, yes, I did. It's not possible for you to have killed him in...
Objection!
Okay, JK. Hee. Sorry. Okay, what motive would I have had? The motive is that you would have been found out. Eat the rich. Yeah, he's one of them. One more thing I'd like to try here is this.
Objection!
Okay, no. Do I have anything else I could present to this? Oh, he's on the 5th floor. I forgot. Okay. I forgot he's 5th floor. 5th floor forgot. If you want to know, I believe you did have a motive to kill. It was because Mr. Cochin had betrayed you. I was confused. I forgot that the Pizza Hut note was telling him to go to Alabama. That's why he was there. Okay, that's on me. That's sorry. I'm sorry. It's simple. I forgot. And I do that. And what's crazy is that I'm a human and I do that, you know? I have, unfortunately, constantly so much information in my brain, and my job makes it worse. So, oh my god, okay, I want to tell a funny story really fast before we get into this. My job, currently, so my job previously, before this, was, I worked with kids, and I had, like, 60 to 70 kids' names that I had to remember, plus, like, 20 staff. Alright. But I did it. Remembering all the details about these kids and stuff, I learned over the 6 months or so that I worked there. The job I have now, I work for a nonprofit. And we're a volunteer-based organization. I get paid, but, like, it's a very low salary, you know, all that. And so we rely on volunteers to do our programs. And so, you know, people work in volunteer recruitment. I process the volunteers when they first apply. Marketing did this presentation a few weeks ago, and they were like, our goal for number of volunteers was like 305 or something like that. And then they were like, the number of applicants that we had for the previous fiscal year, which ended in July, was over 700. And I go, yeah, I feel that. Everyone turned to look at me like I'm insane, because I am the only person doing my job, by the way. I am the only one with my title. So I, per week, deal with probably 100 different people. Some of them are the same from week to week, depending. But per month, I would say 100 new people that I meet. And some of whom I have to remember. So I forget a lot of things now, more than I used to, because so much of my brain is dedicated to remembering all of that. And, like, the good news is that most of it does not follow me home, where I'm, like, not usually, unless something silly happens. And then it's a story I tell someone, and then it's over. I don't really think about it after that. There was only one time where I've been like, I'm thinking about that one a lot. But the way it does follow me home is that my memories, my RAM, unfortunately, is mostly getting its workout at work, and then I come home, the RAM, she's full. RAM is full. It's very exhausting. It's like, it's caused me to need more naps. I've napped more in the last year than I have my entire life combined. It's really bad. It's okay, I'm gonna talk to my work about it when I have my next review, but... And it's getting better because I'm training new people who are, like, practicum students to help, like, assist with some of the smaller things, so it won't be as bad, but... Yeah. And the new practicum students, they're doing a really good job so far. They're actually too detail-oriented. Tomorrow I'm going to have to be like, hey guys, you're doing a great job. Hey, don't worry about that. You don't that's not your job. That's really sweet that you're trying to do that. Don't do that. Girl, don't do that. It's an extremely pleasant surprise. Anyway. Back to Ace Attorney. But you had your own reason too. Namely, you wanted to pin the smuggling all on him. See, I'm just so dense that anyone could say something to me and it wouldn't get in my brain. Yeah, no, unfortunately, in reading more and more about OCD, I'm like, yeah, she got it. I think she got it. I do think that there might be some autism in there as well, but that has to be a different doctor. But there's something about that the detailing, the like information and it's anyway. Evil begets evil. And because you were trying to test each other, it turned into this mess.
Objection.
I don't believe this. You have a bad penchant for telling tall tales, Mr. Prosecutor. And if you're not, then I suppose you have some proof to support your argument. Okay, maybe this will be other stuff. I never use guesswork in moving my cases forward. It has been proven that this note was written by Mr. Cochin's hand. Shall we take a look at it? Pizza Hut. Can you believe they don't have dine-in anymore? Shame. The content of the note is a request calling for the theft of Alabaster Primadux statue. By killing him and pushing all of the guilt of the smuggling onto him, you walk away spotless. I believe you understand what I'm driving at. You had more than a few reasons to kill him.
Objection.
Silence. Silencio. Remain silent. Are you finished with your hypothesizing? Excuse me? Let's suppose I did have a motive. Even so, a motive or a thought alone can't kill. Isn't that right? I didn't expect him to resort to playing the semantics game with me. God, I'm fucking starving now, sorry. It appears that this is where the real battle will begin. Now then, if you will excuse me. Wait, what? I told you at the very beginning, didn't I? You only get one question. Ugh. Ambassador Alba, if you could please give us just a little bit more of your time. It doesn't matter what kind of man Manny was. He was my subordinate. Which is why I would like for us to figure out the real cause of his death. No, you're fine. I'll just listen as I get food. Yeah, take care of your body. That is something for Babal to figure out, and something to which I have no relation to. Now he's even turning down a request from Ambassador Palladino. I'm very sorry, but it seems that now even my voice falls on deaf ears. There is no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Palladino. We must find some way to stop him from leaving. Seems there are no further objections. In that case, please allow me to return home. Hold it! Who said it? Hold it right there, Ambassador Alba. Motherfucker.
Kay?
Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth, the Yatagarasu's legacy will live on through me.
Yes, but how do you suggest we stop him from leaving?
You just leave that to me. Ambassador Alba, do you recognize this?
No. And why should I recognize that tattered old organizer? Wait, where have I seen that before?
That is a clue my father, Bern Faraday, left for us.
Did you say Bern Faraday?
Mr. Faraday's organizer. Don't tell me this is one from the second KG-8 incident.
The one in which he wrote about the Yatagarasu's key.
Yes. This organizer belonged to the prosecutor you had Ms. Yu kill 7 years ago. Idiot. God, who's the most like... I mean, Francisca does technically throw out an idiot all the time, but she just says fool. Who's the most likely to throw out an idiot? I think it might be Kay. I can't see... Maya wouldn't say it quite like that. Pearl wouldn't. Phoenix, no. Not Edgeworth. Clavier, no. Apollo, maybe. Trucy, no. Maybe. Emma and Ferris guy. Sometimes sometimes lesbianism is two girls who like each other that go, idiot. Oh my god.
I have no idea what you are talking about. You say that like it was related to me.
Inside this organizer, he wrote up every detail of every evil thing you did.
What an amusing little girl you are. But that sort of trickery won't work on me.
If you won't believe me, then take a look at this.
And what is that toy there? That's...
This thievery device was used by the Yatagarasu, or rather, my father. 7 years ago, he used this when he snuck into this embassy.
What?
These two pieces of evidence that hold information the Yatagarasu dug up on you. If you go home now, I won't hesitate to send it all to Alabasta right behind you.
Little girl, get to the point.
I want you to go up against Mr. Edgeworth one more time. If you win, then I'll hand over these two pieces of evidence.
Yatagarasu, ever the thorn in my side.
Kay, does that organizer really contain any information on his dirty dealings? It's nothing case-breaking, really.
Ah, then it was just a bluff.
Even if it was, we still can't let all the info my father and Uncle Bad found go to waste. Plus, just the existence of Little Thief is troublesome enough for him. Those two pieces, aren't they keepsakes of your father? It's okay. I believe in Mr. Edgeworth. He'll come out on top in the end. At least in this case. There's other cases I'm not so sure.
Kay.
When the going gets tough, someone's got to be there to put the wind back in your sails. After all this time, you're still quite the feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature. Raised her right, I did. Francisca, she hasn't seen you in 7 years. I raised her right. I refuse to lose this too. Ambassador Alba, you won't be returning home until you give us further testimony.
How dare you all, barring a person like me. Ambassador Alba, your testimony, if you please. All right, but this is the absolute last.
Narrator, this will not be the last.
Then, even if you use all the power of Ambassador Paleno's office, you won't stop me. I can't let this opportunity Kay has created for me go to waste. The last time I met with Mr. Cochin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. After that, I was in Alabasta the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I did not see Mr. Cochin again after that. So you see, there is no time span in which I could have killed him. Wouldn't you agree? Now, since you people were practically begging, I'll allow you to question me.
What an arrogant old man. Yes, but no matter. We can't allow this chance to escape us. I will warn you, though. You've reached the end of my patience. Waste my time with any inane questions and you will be punished. So any needless pressing or presenting will hurt our case?
In that case, the only thing you can do is present the correct evidence. Understood?
Of course. I don't intend to let him intimidate me. I know Mr. Cochin was killed before he returned to the ball. In which case, there is only one statement to which I need to present the evidence.
Hold that thought. I'm just pinning up my bangs. They're starting to get a little sweaty. It's a little humid. It's nice because I don't have to turn on the humidifier anymore. But the downside is it's humid. Okay. Okay. After that, I was in Alabasta the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I did not see Mr. Cochin again after that. So you see, there was no time span in which I could have killed him, wouldn't you agree? This was after this was after the stage show. You have the weapon in this one. I think it has to be this, right? If it's not this, I can see the argument being made for the security footage in a very roundabout way. But I think it's this.
Objection!
Suck my dick. I'd like you to take a look at this picture. Look at this photograph.
He would never.
It's a rather nice picture, isn't it? It was to commemorate the restoration of relations between our nations. Oh, it's commemorative, all right. One that captures the proof I need to show that it was you who committed the murder. Come again. This is the knife that killed Mr. Cochin. I see you recognize it as well as you should, for it was you who brought it to this theater. You hid it in among the flowers you were to give to the Steel Samurai. It should be just you hid it among the flowers you were to give to the Steel Samurai. Whatever. Meaning that you killed Manny Cochin here at the theater. It's time for me to catch my flight.
Objection!
No, we're not through yet.
Objection!
It's game over for you, Mr. Edgeworth. But I thank you for the entertainment. No matter how passionately you orate, the end result will still be the same. I won't be returning to this country ever again. That's right. This man is an ambassador, and he has extraterritorial rights.
But not in this theater. If he did something in the theater, no, he doesn't.
No matter how hard we chase after him, we won't be able to have him tried in court. No, Miles Edgeworth, 30 minutes ago we talked about how he could have done it in this theater. This is another thing about this. This gets drawn out for like another 2 hours at least. For no reason. Simply because Edgeworth forgore. Which I guess, if you're up 3 days straight, I get it. But like, I don't know, it's stupid. Yes, that's exactly the face you should be making. A face of a worthless cur. No! Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid you farewell.
Where's Gumshoe?
The courts. Is there no one who can lay a finger on this man? Is this really the end?
I got my stitches! Agent Long.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor. Just got released from the hospital. Again.
Get out of my way. My plane is scheduled to take off soon.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Alba.
I'm through playing games with you people. You can't touch me. If you do, it would spark an international incident, Agent Long.
It's already an international incident. Sorry, but no, it wouldn't.
What?
Why do I say theater like that? Like what?
Also, another thing that would have like made Long a more like impressionable character is if this stuff had been not the denouement and the Yatagarasu had been it. It would have made his arc more interesting, I think.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Good job holding the fort down here until I got back. So, Mr. Alba, your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked.
What do you mean, revoked? Spare me this nonsense and let me through.
Long Zi says, before aiming for the throat, chew the neck shield off first. Theater. What? I say theater. Theater. I am saying the second one. Sometimes they do mispronounce words, though. I will say that. I believe that. I do that all the time. Interpol headquarters and the Imperial household of the Kingdom of Alabast took a while to get things rolling, but they finally moved on it. I Skyped them while I was at the hospital.
The Imperial household? You. What have you done?
You have been relieved of your duties as ambassador, Mr. Alba.
What?
Effective today, effective right now. And you'll have Mr. Prosecutor's videotape to thank for this. The video that the Yatagarasu protected? You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador. In that case, I thought I'd strip you of that title. You underestimated me, a descendant of the founder of detainment philosophy, Lang Zi. 4,000 years of deeply entrenched connections and networks around the world have really paid off. Wither.
It can't be. I don't believe this. My ambassadorship has been revoked.
Looks like you're finally coming to grips with your new standing. Woohoo! Looks like he's turned docile again! Kill him!
He's probably in shock from the loss of his shield.
What a shame. I had so wanted to use my whip on him. Well, you still can.
Why is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador.
Do you really think you can still pull that on us now? We've already ripped away the mask. Where have you been? Been searching all along. Been facing twilight on and on. Sorry. I'm a shapeshifter at Poe's masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter. What else should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark. Wow, I can't believe Long foreshadowed the fact that we're going to play Persona 5 later this month. We've already ripped away the mask and seen you for who you really are, Mr. Alba, and you have no persona to speak of, loser.
Objection!
No. I won't be stopped now. He still intends to fight us?
Silence! So what if I am no longer an ambassador? You still don't have any evidence on me. The fact remains that you cannot arrest me. I'd expected no less from you, the boss of the smuggling ring. Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Understood.
You say that I killed Mr. Cochin in the theater. But even if it's true that there was a knife in my bouquet, I left that bouquet in the theater. So anyone could have taken it out from there and used it, right?
Yippee, I get to learn what the hell a persona is. Have you watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Besides, the claim that he was killed here itself is odd. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Babal? Are you claiming that I carried his body all the way over there? Preposterous.
Objection!
I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not. Ex-Ambassador Alba, are you ready? Because it's not a game. I'm not a robot, and I'm challenging you. I can't believe within 5 minutes there were 2 Persona references. Yeah, it's basically that. If you know what a stand is, you know what a Persona is. But what the Persona games are is different. Because this is no game. This is war. This is where we stop the stream. Because if we keep going, we'll really be in the thick of it. And like I said, I have to work tomorrow and I have to be there all day. Ugh. But it's fine. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. It will be fun. I will make it fun or else. I've seen all of JoJo's and can't wait for the Steel Balls. I still have not seen season 6. I'm too lazy to log back into Netflix. No, that's a lie. I logged back into Netflix, but I share my Netflix with my best friend's family, and they're always watching Netflix, and so not like multiple people. It has a limit as to how many people can be using it at a time, and so I never get to use it. But because I don't pay for it, I'm too like shy to say anything. So there's that. So yeah, I haven't seen Stone Ocean, which is a shame. I feel like I'd really like it, but I just haven't been in the mood. Maybe when I come back from Japan and I'm feeling like sad and missing that, but anyway, tomokaku. Let's go some of this. Tomorrow, I know I hate that feature. Yeah, it's so stupid. I'm like, I'm not even in the same country. Leave me alone. Tomorrow, probably at 6 again, but it might start earlier. We'll see. I'm going to do a GeoGuessr stream. It'll be a Japanese stream like I was doing back in June. No English. お願いします。英語なし。まあ、できる限り。To the best of my abilities, it will be a no English stream. But you are welcome to type into the chat in English, and I will respond in Japanese unless it really needs a response in English. Yeah, GeoGuessr. I have some maps saved of like locations in Japan, so I'll probably be doing those as well. Yeah, and then next week, hold on, I gotta look at my calendar. Next week, it's not a game. I'm not a robot, and I'm challenging you. Meow 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 meow. Right before your eyes. Okay, so the 13th, I will not be streaming. I have people that want to hang out with me, which is really weird. So I'm doing something on a Saturday night for once, which is strange. And then the 14th, there should be a stream. The 15th as well. And then the 20th, there will probably be a stream. I'm actually hoping we can finish this game. Well, okay, hold on. No, we might be able to finish this game on the 20th or the 28th.
We'll find out. By the end of this month, we will finish this game. I promise. Yeah, the 22nd, there might be a bonus stream as well. We'll see. We'll see. I'll play it by ear. Yeah, and then like I said, the 27th will be Persona. I'm in 4, 11, 18, 25. And then during November, there will be like a 3-week period of no streams. Sorry. But then we'll be back into it. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know the drill. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be good to yourself. Be kind. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Please wear a mask. Please. Please. The new strains are not fucking around. They do not care about you. Today I couldn't understand a word of English, so I'll listen to the archives slowly. Ganbatte. Iyo. Wakaru. Sometimes there's just days you don't... brain doesn't work. Eat the rich. And fuck Netflix. Eat the rich. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you when I see you. Bye bye. Let's go.